Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Trading Bitcoin with your host Tone Vase. Coming to you at probably a frustrating hour for the US viewers, which is my biggest market. US and Canada, I believe, is my fourth or something. So sorry about that, guys. But yeah, it's been a little crazy here in Hong Kong, and everyone is getting here like now. This is the main conference that starts tomorrow. So that's happening. Was out a little too late last night. Those that were there would know. And yeah, this is I'm supposed to be working and focusing on the upcoming conference, but I don't know. It's kind of hard. So here's the upcoming conference. If you always wanted to learn how to use Bitcoin and felt that it's been a little technologically complex and complicated, or if you want to be better at explaining why Bitcoin is the one that's actually working and everything else is just pure nonsense, this is probably the conference for you. So you do want to come to Malta. We are still updating pictures, and we'll try to get that over to you. We have some moderators and organizers, and these are our speakers. All right, let's where do I want to go? Yeah, so here in Hong Kong, conference starts tomorrow. Going to the homepage. Oh, that's the homepage. I'll go to the homepage. We restructured the site a little bit. So I have to update my calendar. Here are the workshops. And anyway, let's just go to the charts. I'm not going to spend too much time on Bitcoin, but here are the charts. And the monthly chart, kind of flat, not really much happening this month, right? So even if I go to the weekly chart, as you can see, we've pulled back a little bit. We're at 3,800. So Bitcoin is not really that interesting right now, right? So it's still in a bullish posture from a weekly perspective. Let's see if we can get above this green line and actually stay there this time, right? We rallied all the way to 4,200, and then we just crashed. Now, the count is still positive, right? So the new week has just started. So we are, so today is Tuesday, I believe. So it's Tuesday, we're on a 6 of 9, and you can see how the moving average has already crossed below the $5,000 line, the 49975 line. So that's bad. Can Bitcoin rally to new all-time highs from here? It's possible, but highly unlikely. I give that maybe a 20% chance, maybe less, maybe even a 15% chance that the low for the, for the bear market is in. Someone is saying Binance is in maintenance for the next 8 hours. Oh, great. Never traded on Binance, never plan to. Okay. The daily chart is now pulling back. I was hoping, okay, so every time Bitcoin pulls back by not able to make it to a level of resistance, it just shows you that it's weaker than otherwise anticipated. By not even being able to make it to the 128-day moving average, it tells me that Bitcoin is pretty damn weak. So it doesn't really look like much. So this is not good. This is bearish to me. So the daily chart has turned bearish. The weekly is still bullish. The 12-hour chart turned bearish at 38.50, and we're currently sitting right at the moving averages at 38.22. That's the 12-hour chart. Here's the 4-hour chart, the current version. The 4-hour chart looks like it topped on the aggressive 13. Not a huge fan of the aggressives. The 4-hour chart is on a 7 of 9. So sometime in the next 8 hours, the 4-hour chart should hit a bit of a bottom. Now, here's a beautiful 9 right here. Nice doji indecision candle, followed by a price flip candle, followed by a red 2 that did not go below the red 1. Hence, no short trade was activated, followed by another price flip, followed by a green 2 above a green 1, which does activate the bullish trade. So here, the bearish trade was activated according to Sequential. If you trade Sequential, and if you follow my channel, you're at least familiar with Sequential. Right there, that's where your bearish trade was activated according to Sequential. the 1 hour chart. The 1 hour chart had a little bit of a rally in the last 12 hours. And you can see how the rally just stalled on a 9. And it did the same thing the day before. So right at, this is UTC time, right? So right before midnight or right at midnight UTC time, we completely turned around. And the day before at 4 a.m. UTC time, same thing, right? So look at all of these would-be 9s that are like, this is a 9 to the upside that flipped, 9 to the upside that flipped, 9 to the downside that flipped. This one would have been a losing trade, however, because you would have been stopped out on these down wicks. Trading is kind of hindsight, but I also am aware how those trades would have gone. I really want to get to, wow, look at the longs versus shorts. It's getting close to go back to parity, guys. Longs versus shorts is coming back to parity. And I hope this line is at 1. Yep, we're getting close to that parity line. And that's, so if the amount of shorts start to rise, that's good for the bulls. Yeah, unfortunately, GBTC still can't get above 5. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Gold is stuck in the middle of nowhere. To me, gold is in a bearish posture, but I wouldn't be trading gold right now. Ethereum is irrelevant. I'm going to close that. Not even sure why I have it. S&P, this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I wish I could have done a video. The last time I did a video, I was waiting for this candle to start trading. And then, I got so busy in Hong Kong, I didn't even look at the S&P until about 20 minutes ago. And I'm like, holy shit, this is a perfect trade, perfect trade. So I told everyone that this is a scary candle if you were short. And I was telling people that, hey, this is a 9 right here. This is a topping posture. Now here, the green 2 went above the green 1, but then it fizzled out the rest of the day. I would have been out of that long trade with a bit of a loss. Right here is a clean short trade. Now this pullback from the 9 was a little bit late, not perfect, not textbook perfect. It was a little bit late. But this candle right here is absolutely perfect. If you're a patient trader, you wait for this candle, you wait for the pullback off the top of the zone. Perfect buying opportunity in the S&P futures above the high of this candle. You can say it's hindsight, but go back to my last couple of videos, and anyone that's attended my workshops, you should have known this is the trade to make. So the 27.56.75, the moment S&P traded above 27, sorry, that's the close, the high. The moment it traded above the high, the moment it traded above, right, 27.56, the moment it traded at 27.57, you're supposed to jump all over this trade, okay? And that's from 27.57 all the way up to the current price of 27.95. That is a ridiculous move in the S&P 500. If you're a futures trader, you probably made a shit ton of money. And this was the easy trade. It was the easy trade because on the weekly chart, now you can say, Tone, there is a 9 right here. That's a selling opportunity. But look at the cluster of support. Look at this giant cluster of support. Like I said in my last couple of videos, did I expect the S&P to pull back into support in a single week? No. Was this a bad week? Absolutely. But this 9 weekly is almost somewhat irrelevant because the pullback took place on candle number 8. Can we pull back next week? Yes, we can. But the beautiful long trade on the S&P futures was right there on Monday at the open. We can go to the 10-minute chart so we can see when it started rallying, because if you're not a futures trader, you might have been, you could have been priced out and late to the party. So we can go to the 10-minute chart because I used to trade futures on a 10-minute chart. And we can see when the day opened. So today is the 12th, and I'm on New York time. So today is the 12th. So that means this is the 11th, and we're looking at the 9:30 a.m. candle. Nope, you had a chance. You had an opportunity right here, right? Because the 9:30 a.m. candle was still trading at 27.56. So we broke out at the open. So I normally never ever trade in the first 20 minutes of trading, but I might have made an exception here. And this was a total breakout. You saw the daily chart. You saw the Dragonfly Doji on a daily chart. That is a huge bullish opportunity. And you can jump in when you see strength in the morning. I have no idea what the news event was. Normally, I like to trade the 10 a.m. reversals, but I need a reversal candle followed by a lower low. That came here at 10:20, but I never trade the 10:20 time frame, the 10:20 time period. I never trade the 10 anyway. It gets, if you've done enough research, you understand time analysis and intraday charts. And this goes in the face of people like Bo Pol, the scammer Bo Poli, who basically is a fortune teller and not a trader. And so that's why that's what bothers me. The guy scams a reasonable amount of people that pay him for a subscription. And I can't wait for the S&P 500 to go to new highs so that he can be wrong for the 580th time or 3,000th time in the last 3,000 days. And the S&P is rallying. I am bullish the S&P 500. Now, the S&P is not out of the woods yet. We still need to break these highs, but this is not the cleanest pullback I wanted. I wanted it to top on a 9 weekly, a little bit higher in the 2850 area, then pull back into the cluster of support. But had we done that, the cluster of support wouldn't have been, you know, quadruple or quintuple if you use the Fibonacci zone in one little area. This is a huge support cluster. I'm not surprised the S&P is rallying here. Now, it's still a weekly 9, but this is the type of 9 I'm more interested in buying into the countdown phase. It is a perfected 9. It's just not literally at the high. There's no reversal candle. This is a great week. Let's see how good this week can close, and then it should be great. I am bullish the S&P 500. I am leaning bearish on gold because, like I've been saying for the last 3 years, gold has not bottomed. Actually, I've been saying it longer than 3 years. When did I start doing videos? I got caught a little bit by surprise here. I'll be honest with you guys. I missed this bottom. I did not miss this top, but I've been a bear on gold since probably 2014, 2013, probably longer than that. Probably since like this area here, since this breakdown. But I was also a gold bug. I was listening to stupid people that that kept telling me that gold needs to be $100,000 an ounce, and these people have been wrong for 40 years. And like once I got out of that zone and I started trusting my TA, which I learned before becoming a gold bug, I trust TA. I don't trust people that think they know better than the market. I just trust TA. And TA on gold has been bearish for over 10 years. Maybe not over 10 years, but getting close to 10 years now, TA has been bearish. When did TA go bearish on gold? Probably right here. It officially went bearish right there once we broke 1,500, and it was all over. So since 2013, TA has been nothing but bearish and remains to be so. Powell was on 60 Minutes and said that the market is fine with more upside. That's the only thing Powell can say. What do you want the head of the Federal Reserve to say? Everybody panic, get out of the markets. I mean, the only thing he can say is that the markets are fine, they're going to new highs. It's his job. He literally gets paid to say that. Like, it's his job. I don't know what you got, what more you guys want from someone, right? All right, I actually have to go. I have a lunch meeting, so no questions, guys. Oh yeah, not a lot of comments in the chat either, probably because of the time zone. All right, guys, how many people are watching? I still got 300 viewers. Yeah, viewership is going down. Bitcoin's not that interesting. We'll wait for the bull market. All right, I'm gonna head over to here. Check out my calendar. We actually need to update my schedule on the calendar. I have a couple of other events already decided upon. And I'm not sure why the workshop in Philadelphia is 2 days. That's not correct. One of them is a workshop, not both. We'll fix that up. And yeah, then I'm in Mexico workshop. I have to go here to check out my own schedule. New York workshop, there's consensus in between. I don't believe I'm speaking at consensus. I get rejected as a speaker every year. Maybe one day I'll speak. Amsterdam blockchain cruise. Again, I'm not sure why the workshop is spanning 2 days, but we'll figure out. That's weird. But yes, I'm in Amsterdam, and other events are gonna get fixed on the calendar. We're gonna add some for June, July. All right, guys. Please check that out. If you want to support my work, please check out the affiliates page and use these links to sign up or do your Amazon shopping. That is a way you can support my work without, paying out of your pocket. And of course, the store, we will be adding a bunch of cool t-shirts over to the store. So go ahead and check that out. Okay. On that note, I'll click one more time on understanding Bitcoin. Please come out to Malta and support our efforts to educate people how to properly use Bitcoin and set up nodes and Lightning and all the rest. All right, leave you guys here. I got to get to a lunch meeting. I will talk to you all on the next one. Try to get you a nice view of Hong Kong here. I've been like moving hotel rooms like every freaking day. It's been it's been a little rough. So hard to find time to do much work or do videos. All right, guys, I'll talk to you all on the next one. Good luck trading.